Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about cell organelles. Every cell has a membrane around it to keep its own content separate from the external environment. Large and complex cells, including cells from multicellular organisms, need a lot of chemical activities to support their complicated structure and functions. To keep these activities of different kind separate from each other, these cells use membrane-bound little structures within themselves. This is one of the features of the eukaryotic cells that distinguish them from prokaryotic cells. Cell organelles, which we will discuss now, are cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost covering of the cell. It gives shape to the cell and protects the internal part of the cell. It is a semi-permeable membrane. That means it allows only selective substance to pass through it and prevent the entry of other substances. Next, we will going to discuss about cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it is a semi-liquid fluid in which all the cell's organelles are embedded separately. It gives the medium for the activities that occurs inside the cell. It is also provide the medium to the cell organelles to adjust themselves inside. Next is nucleus. Nucleus is located in the center of the cell, and it is very important part of the cell because it controls all the structures of the cell. Outer membrane of the nucleus is known as nuclear membrane. It has a darkly stained body in the center known as nucleolus. It has a fluid which fills the nucleus known as nucleoplasm. It has a very important part, the thread-like structure present in it known as chromatin fibers. I will explain nucleus in detail first. Nucleus has a thin protective covering which is double membrane around it, which protects the internal part of the nucleus. It has a darkly stained body present in it known as nucleolus. The function of nucleolus is basically to control the functioning of nucleus. It has thread-like structure present in it known as chromatin fibers. We will not say the term chromosome, where here we will say they are chromatin fibers. They are the thin thread-like structure which are made up of DNA and proteins. This thin thread-like structure are known as chromatin fibers. Then we have a fluid filled inside the nucleus known as nucleoplasm. These are the parts of the nucleus. Next, very important, that is endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is also denoted as ER, is a large network of membrane-bound tubes and sheets. It looks like long tubules or round or oblong bags. There are two types of ER, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The RER looks rough because it has a particles called ribosome attached to its surface. The ribosome which are present in all the active cells are the site of protein manufacture. The manufactured proteins are then sent to the various places in the cell depending on need using the ER. The SER helps in the manufactures of fat molecules or lipids important for cell functions. Some of these proteins and lipids helps in building the cell membrane. This process is known as membrane biogenesis. Some other proteins and lipids functions as enzymes and hormones. One function of ER is to serve as channel for the transport of materials between various regions of the cytoplasm or between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. The ER also functions as a cytoplasmic framework, providing a surface for some of the biochemical activities of the cell. The SER plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisons and drugs. Next, we will going to discuss about Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. Golgi apparatus, first described by Camillo Golgi, consists of a system of membrane-bound vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stacks and cisterns. These membranes have connections with the membrane of ER. The material synthesized near the ER is packed and dispatched to the various targets inside and outside the cell through the Golgi apparatus. Its functions includes the storage, modification and packaging of products in vesicles. Next is lysosomes. Lysosomes are the kind of waste disposal system of the cell. Lysosomes helps to keep the cell clean by digesting any foreign particles as well as wound out cells organelles. Foreign materials entering the cell such as bacteria or food as well as the old organelles end up in the lysosome, which break them into small pieces. Lysosomes are able to do this because they contain powerful digestive enzymes capable of breaking down all organic materials during the disturbance in cellular metabolism. For example, when the cell gets damaged, lysosome may burst and the enzyme digested their own cells. Therefore, lysosomes are also known as suicide bags of a cell. Structurally, lysosomes are membrane-bound sacs filled with digestive enzymes. These enzymes are made by RER. Next, a very important part of cell organelle is mitochondria. Mitochondria are known as powerhouse of the cell. The energy required for various chemical activities needed for life is released by mitochondria in the form of ATP molecules. ATP is known as energy currency of the cell. The body uses energy stored in ATP for making new chemical compounds for mechanical work. Mitochondria have two membrane covering inside for just one. The outer membrane is very porous while the inner membrane is deeply folded. These folds create a large surface area for ATP generating chemical reactions. Mitochondria are strange organelles in the sense that they have their own DNA and ribosome. Therefore, mitochondria are able to make some of their own proteins. Next, we will going to discuss about vacuole. Vacuole are storage sacs for solid or liquid content. Vacuoles are small sized in animal cells while in plant cells have a very large vacuoles. The central vacuoles of some plant cells may occupy 50 to 90% of the cell volume. In plant cells, vacuoles are full of cell sap and provide turgidity and rigidity to the cell. Many substances of importance in our life of plant cells are stored in vacuoles. This includes amino acid, sugar, various organic acids and some proteins. Next, we will going to discuss about plastids. Plastids are present only in plant cells. Remember this, children. Here we are discussing about animal cells. Animal cells do not have plastid at all. Only the plant cell consists of plastids. There are two types of plastids: chromoplast, colored plastid, and leucoplast, white or colorless plastids. Plastids containing the pigment chlorophyll are known as chloroplast. Chloroplasts are very important for photosynthesis in plants. Chloroplasts also contain various yellow or orange pigments in addition to chlorophyll. Leucoplasts are primary organelles in which materials such as starch, oils, and protein granules are stored. Plastids are similar to mitochondria in external structure. Like the mitochondria, plastids also have their own DNA and ribosomes. Each cell thus requires its structure and ability to function because of the organization of its membrane and organelles in the specific way. The cell thus has a basic structural organization. This helps the cells to perform functions like respiration, obtaining nutrition, and clearing of waste material or forming new proteins. Thus, the cell is the fundamental structural unit of living organism. It is also the basic fundamental unit of life. I hope it's clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.